Welcome to Be Better Thursdays, a video every Thursday to inspire you to be the highest version of yourself. It's strong Vida. Be better every day. My name is Dariana, and I want to talk to you today about the second part of the 6 habits that I think contribute to happiness. And yes, there's a lot more habits that you can implement and cultivate, but these are my 6 favorite that I constantly work on adding to my lifestyle or making them become my lifestyle. And I think the 3 first habits of part 1, you can watch the video by clicking on the link on the description, are exercising, eating your greens, and meditating. And by the way, none of these habits are news. Everybody knows these are important habits, and there's tons of information on the internet to back me up on this. So I'm not going to talk about the scientific part of it or why they're beneficial, but I'm mainly going to talk about how I try to incorporate them into my lifestyle, how they're challenging to me, and how maybe the things I do to twist them so that it works for me could work for you. So the first one is to sleep 8 hours a day or even 9. Some people can sleep less than that, and I guess there's like a chromosome or something that allows them to sleep less than that, but most of us, I think it's 80% of us, require an 8-hour sleep so that we can actually function 100% next day, especially if you are older than 30 years old, 35, 40, 45, 50. So the older you get, the more sleep you need. And actually the less we sleep because we make ourselves so busy. So I include myself into that group. I'm consistently busy, and I think one of the things that work for me is to simplify my life, and as much as I can watch for commitments, new commitments, and being aware of what I am doing to my life. Really prioritizing health and sleep as something as important as drinking water, exercising, and even just sleeping 7 hours a day or 6 hours a day, it's not enough and it adds up. So I would say what I do is I go through my list of commitments regularly. I would say maybe once a month or every 3 months, something like that. And then I try to make sure during that time I don't commit to things that are taking me away from my health or taking me away from my mission or my purpose. But if I do happen to find some of those, because it is hard for me sometimes to say no, then I review them and then talk to the group or the person or whomever I make the commitment to, and just be honest and say my platter is full and I won't be available anymore to commit to this. And that helps a lot to carve out time so that I have more hours of sleep, and it's very important, and it does amazing things to my day when I actually am very well rested. Another thing that helps a lot is to set triggers. So if I want to go to bed at 10 p.m., that means I have to set an alarm at 9, and I have to set another alarm at 9:30. And believe it or not, it takes me about an hour from the moment that I think about, oh my God, to go to bed, to the moment I actually go to bed. So this might help you. And then I'm just talking about your daily routine. It's obviously there are exceptions, there are days where you're going out or whatever. But I set an alarm at 9, try to start wrapping up. That means taking a shower, having a tea, just, coming to bed. And another big rule that I am really trying to follow is no screens in bed. So I do set up my alarm for next day with my phone in bed, but I try to put it away and I try not to look at it in the morning first thing as well. So no screen in bed. Setting trigger alarms to remember to go to bed are very helpful, and just simplifying your life. I think those are the main 3 that have worked for me. The second habit that I wanted to share with you is being in touch with nature, and most importantly, being in touch with sunlight. And this one's another one that I struggle with a lot because all of my work is done in home. So I work from home, and my work is very solitude oriented. I do a lot of design, a lot of inspiration that comes from being inward and that comes from being by myself. And I love being by myself, which I actually think is also very healthy. But a very balanced life also, human beings do need to be outside, and going outside brings a lot of balance into your life. And sunlight is just necessary to our life, just like any living being in this planet. So one thing that helps me is taking exercises outside and planning for outings on the weekends. So that is very helpful for me. I think that if you have a family, if you have kids or something like that, outings on the weekends are very special. But if the weather or the place where you live at doesn't really allow for going outside or for sunlight that much, I would say planning for a summer vacation where there's a lot of sunlight, it's important. And also just making sure you reserve the months of summer, if there are any, in the country where you live, so that you actually plan a lot of activities on the outside. Another thing that I recommend is also the same thing, simplifying your life so that you have more time to go outside. But a lot of the habits you do, or a lot of the things that you already do in your day, you can take them outside. Like I could go and work outside for a little bit. I could go and take a walk outside. I could take my meditation on a meditation walk every day. So think about ideas on how you can get yourself out of the office, out of your desk, out of artificial light. The third habit for this video, and the last habit, the sixth habit of the whole series, is to belong to a community. And I left this one for the end because actually this habit could be implemented with any of other habits that I've talked about earlier. So if you make the cultivation of any habit social, it's way better. First of all, you can get accountability from your community, which is very important when you're first cultivating a habit. And if you don't want to go to a specific community for that, you can also get it from a friend or a family member or your partner, anything. Anybody that's actually willing to help you and help you being accountable for you. But sometimes when you're trying to do a specific thing, like if you're trying to maybe run 30 minutes a day, so it's good to have a community of runners, people that have all these things in common with you, because it's more understanding, and you will feel like you belong more. You can express and share your feelings, and they could be more understanding than somebody that's never run before. And this is what actually community does to you. Community has tons of benefits, but one of the most important ones that I like is that it allows you to express better who you are by noticing what are the qualities that you're not implementing in your life. For example, when you're in community, when you're in a group, you are projecting who you are to that group, and they are a mirror. They're reflecting back to you who you are. So a lot of the times there's going to be opportunities to be more patient, to be more calm, to have more peace of mind, to be more generous, to be more compassionate, to listen more. If that community wasn't there to reflect back to you and you were your whole time alone, then it's harder to prompt yourself to understand that this is who you are. Because when you're alone, your reactions are not really that active, and your reactions are not really that impulsive in different situations. So take advantage of using community and social encounters to notice who you are and how you're really being that person you want to be, and are you really being in service. So that's a great thing about being in community. Also, it allows you to connect on a deeper level with other human beings by letting yourself be vulnerable. So the moment you let yourself be vulnerable, you allow the other person, it's kind of like giving them permission to do that too. And so there's a channel to release whatever emotions are going on within the two of you, or within the group, or within the collective. Also, a community is just a place where you can be yourself, and where you can feel supported and you can support other people. It's also a place where you can learn, where you can forgive, where you can practice like basic human interactions that you would never be able to do alone. So take all your habits social and try to socialize as much as you can, but also keep a balance in your life so that you give space for yourself. Okay, so let's recap. The first habit is to exercise. The second habit is to eat your greens. The third habit is meditate. The fourth habit is sleep your 8 hours. The ninth habit is get in touch with nature. The 10th habit is belong to a community. So I hope you can implement these habits in your life, cultivate them one by one, and make them be part of your lifestyle as much as you can. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching our episode of Be Better Thursdays. If you would like more inspiration plus exclusive invitations and free resources to become better every day, please find the email list link in the description below this video. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, or just like it. See you soon, and remember to be better every day.